You know what is another thing that is perplexing? How we've been controlled and manipulated mentally that we cannot even see. We do our own self a disservice is when we get on these platforms and we start praying to some God somewhere to do this and that for our children, but we don't teach our children to have morals, values, and ethics. We don't teach our children to have courage, bravery, speak truth. We don't teach our children to leap out on faith. We don't teach our children what is God because we don't know what is God because somebody else told us what is God. So who is it, the God that we come on the platform and pray to help us do something for our children that we live with, see every day, take care of, but we don't do it ourselves. We're waiting for God to come from somewhere and do it. So again, psychological damage is a real thing. Psychological bondage is a real thing. Psychological mind control is a real thing. If we don't teach our children to speak their truth, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And back our children up for speaking their truth. If we don't teach our children to have courage, to be brave, to be strong, to try, to say it, then our prayers are in vain. We are the kids' first teacher. It says train up a child when they are young. So if we're not going to teach them when they're young, why are we praying to God out there somewhere to do something for our children that we're not doing? You see? We have to train them. And the thing is, those who are praying to a God out there, you're teaching your child that God is out there somewhere. You're not teaching your child that God is them. They are God to be godly. You see? You're saying that someone somewhere can come do it. Someone somewhere is going to do it. You just got to pray for someone somewhere called God to come fix your problems for you. But you don't have to fix your problems for you. You don't have to look at the man in the mirror because God is going to come fix it. That's the mentality that they have us with. Nothing is going to change unless we individually change it. The God in us will change it. Because if we do what God would do, say what God would say, go where God would go, want what God would want, which is love for one another, you see, then we can conquer the world. We got to reprogram our minds. We have to stop being conformed to the world and be transformed. We have to be the person that we want to see in the world. And if we want to see God come back and do something, we have to be that person that's doing something. Everything starts with the man in the mirror. God is you. You see? We are one. God is everything. So we need to start teaching our children because I'm sure these children saying, well, where is this God? Why can't I see this God that you all are telling the children about? You think the children don't want to know, well, where is this God? How can I go to God? When children have problems, let's just sit there at school and somebody picking on them. And you're not there. And they come tell you and you don't do nothing about it. And you keep telling them this God, this God, this God. And they start praying to this God, but then they say, well, where is this God? So again, we got to look at what we're doing, y'all. We keep doing it the way the colonizers said to do it. We keep doing it the way the European white man said to do it. And nothing is getting done that way that we were told to do it. We must do it a different way. We have to be the person that we want to see in the world. And if we want to see God in the world, we got to be God. That's it and that's all. Yes? Let it sizzle in your spirit.